a very impressive win. Your thoughts on the victory for your team tonight?
Just real confident in the boys. Just proud of them. I thought that they came out, and we talked all week long about not having a letdown week, and we kind of started off slow against Martinsdale last week, and didn't score as many points as we wanted to. And defensively, even though we pitched the shutout, there were still some things that we needed to work on. And I think overall we had just a great game and an uptick in what we needed to accomplish.
Hunter Poston had the fumble return for a score in that first quarter. Aaron Armstrong had an interception return. That's a real highlight plays. Fun night for those guys.
Yeah, it makes it boring as an offensive coordinator. So after 2 scores by the defense, I'm sitting there just waiting to call some plays. But that's just great. It makes. I've said this a lot. Chance Cobb had to do a lot last year. We called it the Chance Cobb Show for a while, and this year, it's so much easier as far as what the defense is able to do and give us short fields and score points for us, and we've got Aaron Armstrong and Jace Peterson and Aiden Gall all doing dynamic things, and the offensive line open up truck-sized lanes for them. It's a bit easier on offense, which makes it really good.
Yeah, Jace Peterson was a big story tonight with only 11 carries, 17 yards coming into the game, and then he goes for over 100 yards tonight. Looks like he can really carry the football.
Yeah, and he's been one where we know he could do that. He was out a little bit with a concussion, and it's kind of a pick your poison. And we knew Jace at the H-back, he loves to make contact. That kid lives for hitting those Mike linebackers. So he comes in, he does that, and he fills that role well. But he's such a selfless kid this year, going from however many yards he had last year and a bunch of touchdowns to, like you said, only having about 11 carries and a handful of yards. So this year we really wanted to feed him and get him involved early, and then again with Aaron and Aiden, they're able to come in and do what they do. So it's again a pick your poison kind of attack.
Well, do you celebrate this one for long, or are you pretty quickly turning the attention to St. Albert?
I always tell them, we get to celebrate it tonight, and then we come in tomorrow and we watch film about 7 o'clock in the morning, and worry about what we did wrong and try to fix it. And then after that, it's all eyes towards St. Albert's.
They might be a little extra dialed in that film session coming up.
Absolutely, we know what's ahead of us, and we've known for a few weeks now what's ahead of us as far as St. Albert's. But you got to take it one game at a time and trust that our process is working the right way. And like I said, they're going to be. We know what St. Albert's brings to the table, and we've got to be dialed in and focused.
One of the things, going back to tonight, I didn't ask you about a whole lot, the defensive pressure you put on the quarterback. They barely ever had time to throw. You had a lot of different guys that did it tonight, too.
Yeah, that's something that we pride, we've been very, happy about is the defensive front four getting pressure where we don't have to bring backers. We're able to kind of sit back with Brett Shafroth and Logan Calkins and Taylor Kuhn and Aaron Armstrong at linebacker. They're able to hit their gaps and stay back a little bit and play linebacker where the front four are just getting after it, and it makes it hard for the offense to get going and find rhythm when you're constantly in the backfield.
One of the stats that I think is maybe most impressive about your team, 6 games in now, you've only punted 9 times. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you practice it, and as a head coach, you hope you never have to do it too much. So, that's something that's a great stat to have, because it showcases, what we're able to do on the offensive side of the ball and the field position that, again, our defense has given us. And just a shout out to, the special teams unit, because, again, when you're able to, our big thing is about pinning them within the 10 and then getting the ball past the 30s. So I feel like we're doing a great job of that as well.
This crowd tonight, they love this team. That's great to see.
That is. We have such great community support. This, Southwest Valley, Villisca and Corning, they love their T-Wolves, and they come out and they're loud and they support, and they're very happy right now.
Coach, thanks a bunch. Congrats on the win.
Always a pleasure.